Right. Now that our attorney is seated, our first agenda item is review, discuss, and possible action on the PA EDC Chief Executive Office travel request to attend the Texas Economic Development Council Board of Directors meeting for from December 4th to December 7th, 2024. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
It's been second. Discussion.
Point of order. This item was on the last meeting's agenda and was voted down per Robert's Rules of Order. It could be brought back up for reconsideration, but it cannot be brought up in this form.
Mr. Attorney?
It is proper to bring it back up for reconsideration. If you could be more specific about the particular objection to the form.
My objection under reconsideration, because it needs to be brought up under reconsideration, is typically you would need the prevailing side to bring it up for reconsideration because it takes a 2/3 majority vote to override the vote that's already been made.
My understanding was that we could bring it back to the board, and that was supposedly checked, and that's why it's back on the agenda.
Brought it back on the agenda. You
I
put
did.
it on there?
I did. Are we legal with this or not? That's what I want to make clear.
Again, according to the Robert Rules of Order, since it's not stated in our bylaws regarding this situation, you have to go back to the Robert Rules of Order and it state the majority, which is the one who voted down, is the only one can bring it back for reconsideration.
I'm not here to advise.
You say I can't
I'm
understand.
not here to advise on Robert's Rules of Order. I've done that in the past, and then I was instructed not to do that again.
What would Robert Rules of Order say?
May I ask a question, just for reference? Which meeting was this previously voted on?
Last meeting.
The last meeting.
According to Robert Rules of Order, you're absolutely right. It would have to be brought back by someone that voted it down. That is absolutely correct. I was just informed that we could put it back on. So if we cannot put it back on and we don't want to move forward with it, I'm okay with that as well. But we do have, the motion that is out there. We can retract those or whatever the case may be, because I'm 100% certain that according to Robert Rules of Order, we cannot bring it back.
Make a motion to remove.
I'm going to just remove agenda item number 1 from the agenda, and we're going to move to agenda item number 2 here, or pass this down for me, Mr. Navarro, please.
Go vote on the motion to remove.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody go vote against the rules. We like the rules.
Are we discussing?
We're getting ready to go to the next agenda
okay,
item.
okay.
Yeah.
That was my question. Go ahead.
Okay, so the next agenda item is to do the annual evaluation for the PA EDC's Chief Executive Officer, and he has elected to do that in open session. That, of course, is his call. The document that I have given to each of you just now is his self-evaluation that is done as well. I only received evals back from 4 individuals for the evaluation, and I did do the summary for those 4. And according to the 4 areas that we do evaluate, which is organizational and staff development, That average came back to a 3, which is satisfactory. The second one was stakeholder, community, and board relations. That one came back as a 3, is satisfactory. The next one is strategic planning, goals, entrepreneurial spirit, results, and orientation. That one also came back satisfactory as a 3, which is in the middle of the road. And then the last one is capital investment, financial management, and legal compliance. It also came back as satisfactory. At this point, we can have our discussion about the evaluation.
Point of order, or point of information. I know you had requested, and we had talked about it, that the evaluation be turned in by Friday, and I did explain to you that I wouldn't be able to get it to you at that time that you requested as well. During the weekend, my dad was put in the hospital. So my evaluation is next to you, and I hope you accept it. If not, I understand. In an envelope.
I'd also like to make a point. At our last meeting, we all agreed
Thank you, sir.
that we would do this in the conference room and tally everything up together. Since that time, everything changed. And I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's right.
What are we referring to? What are we referring to?
Last meeting that was held, the regular meeting, it was discussed in length about how we were going to do the evaluation. Debate was held. And then, literally days later, everything changes. And I don't think that's fair. Whenever the group agreed, for everybody that was present, and everybody was present except for 2 people, and the entire process changed.
Normally, what happens is, while we start so early, we give you an opportunity to get this filled out. We turn it back in. We tally it to give the summary of those sections so that we don't have to do the tallying while we're in the meeting. The discussion still happens the same way. Whatever you need to express, whatever you need to say, is still said. At the end of the day, we decide ultimately where we go forward from it. I mean, so whether we want to tally it now or it's tallied before, it's still the same tally. There's no difference to it.
Well, I'll be happy to turn mine in now.
There's no difference to it at all. So it's just a matter of doing those. Now, I will go through these while we have our discussion because I know some individuals have some things that they wrote and they want to discuss. And let's do that in the most professional way that we can on today, okay? Anyone have any?
Where did this come from?
Yeah, you can go ahead and read through it. That came from Mr. Stokes. That's his personal evaluation that he does for himself.
I'd like to start this discussion by saying, as much as I appreciate Mr. Stokes preparing this, I think we should have gotten it in advance, just as the evaluation was done. I think he certainly spent quite a bit of time in preparing this, but I think this would have been most helpful for us in doing that. In any past evaluation process that I have gone through, if there is going to be a self-evaluation, it is provided to the evaluators before their evaluation is done.
And please, let me take the brunt of that because I just reminded him about doing that. That's on me. I'm going to have to take that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to take, he just got that to me today. So I do apologize, that's on me.
Because of that, I don't think we should accept this evaluation from him due to the fact that it was not done in a timely.
His evaluation has
Just
nothing to
his
do with our
comments,
evaluation.
yeah. It's just his
It's just
comments.
information.
Just information.
Yeah, it's just information.
I do think that it is just information, but I do think it could have impacted some of our comments on our evaluation. But I understand that he was just asked to do it. And I was not aware he was going to do it.
Anyone else have any comments?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pass that on, you can follow it. This is a long list of items here. General area of concern as a Port Arthur and EDC as an organization has been stagnant. No economical incentives have materialized. No property sale has materialized. No new workforce development program has materialized. Entrepreneurship program at the press building has not materialized. Potential clients have openly voiced their concern with the organization. The self-proposed strategy plan has not materialized. Vacant staff positions have not been filled in a timely manner. This has caused a negative impact on the workforce development program. There's a lack of trust regarding full disclosure and transparency of the EDC CEO. The following concerns are those of dishonesty that were represented as a fact by Mr. Stokes. He misinformed the board about hay gathering and sold from the Spur 93 Business Park. He suggested we did not have enter into a contract, nor there was no contract with the Breeze radio station, when the fact there was an active contract between the Port Arthur EDC and the Breeze that was negotiated, ended in July. When he was asked about the fire department, if they pay to utilize the flex room, he stated yes, they do pay to utilize it, and that's in fact there was no payment of the rent on the flex building. When the board of directors did not approve his attendance at the TEDC 2024 mid-conference held at the Margarita Resort on Lake Conroe, he stated he was still attending it on his dime and take time off to do so. As of this date, no evidence has been provided to the board that his time off was charged or him, nor evidence of him repaying the PAEDC for any items prepaid by the city P card. And last, or not almost last,